She is playing you guys like a harp from hell, and you're just clicking the little fucking button. Here's a donation. Here's a donation. Candace Owens' show should literally have an opening disclaimer that says, for entertainment purposes only. I would actually respect her more for that. And I would respect her more too if she said, hey, all of the money that I'm making on all these clicks and hits and donations and all this stuff you're sending to me through these live chats, I'm going to donate that to charity. But she's not. She's using Charlie Kirk and lying through her teeth. And I'm about to talk about all that today to expose her, because you guys are being morons. You are feeding that fire. You are literally helping her destroy Charlie Kirk's legacy. And there are so many of us that are just beyond sick of it. And you guys are condoning it. You guys are enabling it. And let me tell you something else. When you all are sitting there biting at the bit to watch her come on live at 5 p.m., she isn't live. That shit is pre-recorded. She is playing you guys like a harp from hell, and you're just clicking the little fucking button. Here's a donation. Here's a donation. But let's get this shenanigan going. Candace Owens is a parasite, and any person that argues everything I'm about to say is a moron with their head so far up Candace Owens' ass, they can't see the fact for the truth. That's right. You can't see the fact for the truth. You're confusing isolated facts with the actual truth. And she's taking it all the way to the bank. You're misinterpreting data without understanding the larger reality. It's called critical thinking, my friends. You're obsessing over surface level claims while ignoring context, meaning, and accuracy. There comes a point where commentary metastasizes into obsession, and Candace Owens has sprinted past that threshold with Olympic enthusiasm. Her incessant fixation on Charlie Kirk, an individual who unquestionably helped elevate her profile, has become less of a critic and more of a compulsive spectacle. And the tragedy is that her behavior is now actively tarnishing his name, his legacy, and the credibility of the movement she claims to defend. You cannot Google, you cannot search Charlie Kirk without that woman's face popping up with a tagline of her bullshit. It is just absolutely wrong. She is destroying this man's image. And she's just hanging right on it, man, because she's just sitting there counting. There is nothing that Candace Owens has ever said that has been true. Nothing. And you guys continue to fall for it. Today, I'm going to expose every angle of Candace Owens. And you guys do what you want. You want to attack me in the comments? Do it. I don't care. I really don't. Because if this video changes one person's mind, I'm freaking content. Because more and more influencers, and I'm not an influencer, I'm just kind of starting out. They're speaking out. They've got tons of viewership, and they're saying that what she's doing is wrong. Maybe you guys ought to consider that. I urge you guys, and this should settle it, but it won't. I urge you guys to watch my short reel titled Candace Owens Results 0% Accuracy. If you argue with any point made in that video, you are nothing more than a Candace Owens butt puppet. That video exposes literal fact that she has never one time been accurate with any of her conspiracies. You can argue it, but you can't change it. Fact checking is fact checking. And she has 0% accuracy. This is all documented. 0%. That's public data you can go look up. If you wanted to keep defending lies, go right ahead. You're an idiot. But go ahead. Candace Owens has a long and painfully documented history of announcing bombshell investigations that never materialize, never produce evidence, and never withstand even the most elementary scrutiny. Owens has cultivated a fan base that behaves less like informed conservatives. And believe me, that's why she's starting to attack conservatives. You see what she's doing? Right? Some of you do. So she's cultivated this fan base that behaves less like informed conservatives and more like ideological zealots, man. They mirror the exact behavior she claims to despise from the left. You would read her followers' comments and think they were a bunch of liberals. 100%. People forget, though. Candace Owens didn't get where she is at by being Candace Owens. At all. That Candace Owens would have never made it. She was not forged in political philosophy, investigative journalism, which clearly she sucks at, with 0% factual information, or even constitutional law. She was forged in marketing. She claims all the time she's just speaking the truth. No, she's just speaking her truth. But the obsessiveness with which she repeats Kirk's name, analyzes his behavior, and frames herself as the only enlightened mind in a sea of sheep is textbook psychological projection. Period. This is the same woman who claims Charlie Kirk's ghost visited her. Meanwhile, she mocks and attacks anyone who expresses concern for Kirk, as if caring about someone's reputation is a moral defect. Now, we love Charlie Kirk, Candace, and if it wasn't for Charlie Kirk, we wouldn't even know who you are. Her response to criticism is never intellectual. It's reactive, emotional, and always self-victimizing. Boo-hoo, poor cuckoo Candace. You brought it on yourself. When you strip away the theatrics, the conspiracy clickbait, the inflated ego — I have never seen an ego bigger on a woman — and the pseudo-intellectual word salad, one truth remains. Candace Owens monetizes conflict. And that's all thanks to you guys. Candace Owens is not exposing corruption. She is manufacturing it for profit. Because people love drama. And kids, I'm just getting started. Candace Owens, she's the manufacturer of martyrdom, monetized conspiracies, and the collateral damage of Charlie Kirk's legacy. This is what this is about. There is a vast and profound difference between principles and pathological fixation. Candace Owens has crossed that line like an acrobat. She's transforming what could have been respectful commentary into an all-consuming obsession. Why? Because she loved the man. She wanted to be Mrs. Kirk. You cannot convince me otherwise. And I think Charlie knew that. Charlie's a great judge of character, was a great judge of character. He saw the poison that was Candace Owens, but being the good Christian that he is, he didn't fire her. He told her to give her resignation. So that way it looked better for her on a resume that she gave her resignation and wasn't terminated. Because that's the kind of guy Charlie is. He saw what was happening with her and said, look, I've got to get this cat out of here. And that is exactly what happened. Her relentless attempts to tether Charlie Kirk's name to her self-generated drama had become a master class in self-sabotage and collateral destruction. every accusation she hurls, every conspiracy she amplifies, and every theatrically ambiguous bombshell she teases, but never delivers, has become a corrosive force, not only eroding her own credibility, which to me she never really had any anyway, but actively staining the reputation of the very man who helped elevate her. But that's her MO. That's what she does. This is not accidental. This is not principled. This is branding, weaponized, and more importantly, it's deeply destructive. But Candace Owens, this pattern of evidence-free investigation is not a flaw. It's a feature of her business model. Candace Owens does not conduct investigations. She performs investigations. Every "I'm hearing from sources," every "I have evidence but can't release it yet," every "trust me, the truth is coming," this has been the same rhetoric every day for the past 2.5 months. This is part of the same marketing architecture she has repeated for years. If it ain't broke, right? Her track record is an encyclopedia of failures. No documents are ever produced, no verified sourcing, no forensic evidence, no independent corroboration. It goes on and on. No chain of custody for claims. No conclusion that withstands academic, journalistic, or legal scrutiny. She has never, look it up, never successfully unraveled a political scandal. She has never produced a vetted dossier. She has never provided proof that survives even a surface level examination. Go look it up. Go look it up. Come back right here with something she's done with facts. Back it up. Her investigations function like ghost hunting on TV, dramatic editing, ominous insinuations, and absolutely no substance because it's all fake. It's all staged. This isn't incompetence. It is calculated performance because outrage in today's market converts to income, not the truth. And Owens, her followers, behave like hyper-partisan leftists, emotional, uncritical, and aggressively uninformed. The irony is almost cosmic. For years, Candace Owens built her brand on critiquing the left for its emotional fragility and anti-scientific reasoning, its cult mentality, and its inability to think independently. Yet her followers now behave identically. You can't argue, you guys see it. They reflexively attack anyone who questions her motives. I've been attacked so many times on my Facebook page, it's not even funny. Well, it is funny. It's just annoying. They demand emotional loyalty instead of factual evidence. They treat skepticism as betrayal. They recycle talking points with no empirical backing whatsoever. They weaponize victimhood, persecution narratives, and collective hysteria. I would swear I was watching a movie, that this is based on something. This is indistinguishable from progressive activism, except wrapped in a conservative blanket. Let me tell you something, this woman's not conservative. She just jumped on that bandwagon, yet another springboard for her to profit from. These individuals do not want truth, they want confirmation. They don't want transparency, they want validation. They don't want critical thinking, they want heroes and villains, and this is what Candace brings them. And Owens feeds the dynamic intentionally because tribalism is profitable, because cult followings are very predictable, because irrational fandom is easier to monetize than rational inquiry. Trust me, I'm struggling with that. Nobody wants to hear the truth. They love their drama. Her base is not behaving like conservatives. They're behaving like ideological disciples treating her assertions as gospel and attacking anyone who threatens the sanctity of her echo chamber. She's living large because of you guys. I don't care. Good for her, I guess. Good for her. But I don't know. I guess I have more self-respect than that. Her background in marketing is the skeleton key to understanding her behavior. Candace Owens is not an investigative journalist. She is not a policy expert. She is not a legal analyst. She is not a historian, researcher, or academic voice. She's a butthurt girl who wanted Charlie Kirk and didn't get him. She is, first and foremost, a marketer. Before activism, before grandstanding, her expertise was in brand manipulation and psychological persuasion. She literally worked for a marketing company. She understands that fear sells, outrage sells, controversy sells, innuendo sells, victimhood sells, betrayal narratives sell, manufactured conspiracies sell, I alone know the truth sells. She's writing her own book. It's masterful. It is not that she stumbles into conspiracy rhetoric. It is that the conspiracy rhetoric is the fuel of her brand. She strategically leverages dramatic pauses and those insane looks, whispered insinuations. She loves playing on words to where she really isn't attacking somebody, but she really is. She really isn't accusing Erica Kirk, but she really is. Those carefully vague accusations. Cliffhanger style rhetoric. Mock self-depreciation, whatever. Manufactured martyrdom. I think I said that one earlier in the show. Ambiguous claims designed to be viral but unverifiable. This is marketing psychology. It's not truth-seeking. Her entire career has functioned like a subscription-based soap opera. Every episode requiring a new storyline to maintain relevance, revenue, and attention. And Charlie Kirk is simply her latest storyline, and it pisses me off to no end. Her obsession with Charlie Kirk reveals a deep psychological paradox. Owens claims that she is just holding people accountable, but who is holding her accountable? Her rhetoric towards Charlie Kirk has become an obsessive feedback loop. It's like you buy the Candace Owens doll and you just squeeze her and she just keeps saying the same shit over and over again. When a commentator cannot go more than a few days without invoking another person's name, when every video becomes an emotional autopsy of someone else's choices, when the criticism becomes theatrical instead of analytical, it ceases to be commentary and it becomes compulsion. More troubling is her cruelty. Her cruelty to those who care about Kirk's reputation. She mocks, belittles, and dehumanizes them, acting as though empathy is a defect and concern is weakness. This is not strength. This is insecurity clawing for dominance. She frames herself as the lone truth teller, surrounded by cowards and liars. But this is not a revelation. This is narcissistic martyrdom wrapped in a faux intellectual shell. Candace Owens would not exist in the conservative space without Charlie Kirk, Turning Point USA, and the Daily Wire. Period. This is not opinion. This is historical record. Charlie Kirk discovered her when she was politically irrelevant. He amplified her voice. He introduced her to the conservative networks. He provided infrastructure, access, opportunity, and an audience. Here you go. You can tag along with me. He provided all that. Turning Point USA gave her a platform. Her early rise is inseparable from the organizational oxygen that Turning Point gave her. Without that ecosystem, she would have remained an online personality with no institutional backing. She'd be like my channel. Barely anybody giving a shit. The Daily Wire gave her legitimacy and professional stature after Charlie forced her out of Turning Point. They gave her a show. They gave her national exposure. They gave her the kind of reach that influencers dream of but barely get. And how did these relationships end? She was forced out of Turning Point USA. She was fired from the Daily Wire. She publicly attacked those who built her. That's gratitude for you. She retroactively painted herself as the victim in every scenario. I prefer strong women. That's just me. But that's who she is. She's the victim professionally. The one consistent denominator in all of her professional implosions is Candace Owens. It's her own fault. And now she is repeating the cycle using Charlie Kirk, not as a former ally, but as a monetized antagonist. Candace Owens has one defining pattern. She uses people until they are no longer profitable. When the smoke clears and the rhetorical theatrics fade, only one pattern consistently reappears. Candace Owens leverages human beings for personal advancement. She will attach herself to influential figures, extract credibility, capitalize on that association. She's the name dropper, though, the people we make fun of. She will inflate her own platform, then publicly sever the relationship while claiming moral superiority. This is not ideological conviction. This is not moral bravery. This is opportunistic self-preservation masked as activism. Every accusation she makes against Charlie Kirk is not a revelation. It is a revenue stream. Every bombshell she hints at is not the truth. It's just bait. It's just bait, and you guys keep coming. Every conspiracy she promotes is not evidence-based. It is a content strategy. Every follower she mobilizes is not informed. They are weaponized. And every ounce of damage, and that's what this is all about, every ounce of damage she inflicts on Charlie Kirk's legacy is not incidental. It is intentional, because conflict is her currency. Where to go from here? I'm done. I'm just done. I'm tired of seeing her face. I'm tired of seeing the clickbait titles. I'm just tired of not even being able to scroll through my news feed, because I watch Charlie Kirk videos every day. And you'll watch one, and then the next video you swipe to is Candace Owens talking about Charlie Kirk. I'm just done with it, man. Candace Owens has not exposed corruption. She has exposed herself as a self-serving, theatrically paranoid, marketing-driven, provocative woman who thrives on chaos. She's evil. She is not revealing truths about Charlie Kirk. She is cannibalizing his legacy for engagement. If you truly care about Charlie Kirk and what Charlie Kirk stood for, you would be telling this woman to shut the fuck up. That's what you would be doing. It's very telling to watch her followers just enable all this while claiming they loved Charlie Kirk. She is not holding the movement accountable. She is eroding it from the inside for personal gain. Candace Owens has built a career not on accuracy, not on evidence, not on principled conservatism, but on monetized paranoia. And the more she drags Charlie Kirk's name into her circus, the more she reveals the truth she will never admit. Candace Owens does not build movements. Candace Owens consumes them. like a leech. Then Candace Owens, she doesn't elevate allies. She extracts them. She doesn't seek the truth. She uses marketing chaos for cash. Her obsession is not righteous, my friends. It's lucrative. Her accusations are not factual. Again, you can go look at this. Check all these fact check sites. Go watch the video, the short reel I did just exposing from fact check sites the fact that she's 0% correct. She's very strategic, and you guys are buying into the bullshit. And the destruction she leaves behind is not collateral damage. It's the business plan. Guys, my name is Stephen Lancaster, and you've been watching Facts Me TV. Please educate. Don't fabricate. Love one another. Keep looking up to JC, man. That's where the truth will always be. And start being a little more critical about the people you look up to. Please. God rest Charlie Kirk. And I sincerely hope his family's doing okay. Erica and his children. And all of those involved. Turning Point's a great organization. The Daily Wire is a great organization. And I would have rid myself of that poison too.